Small city, big feelings, creative lives. We're artists building a creative life in Dumaguete.
Talking about art, feelings, and everything in between.
Not the perfect version.
The real one.
This is Small City Creative Lives. Before we start our episode, we'd like to thank our sponsors, Pinspired Art Souvenirs and Pinspired Art Gallery, for supporting Small City Creative Lives. Your support helps us continue sharing stories from our creative community. Hi, Sil.
Hi, Sky. How are you?
I'm good. Are you excited for this episode?
I'm scared.
You're scared? I'm a little bit too, but this is going to be a very interesting
topic,
yes, since today is
Valentine's Day. So happy Valentine's Day, guys.
Happy Valentine's Day, everyone.
Yeah.
So today we're going to be focusing more on the topic of love, loss, and the work we make while we have those strong feelings.
Yeah. And I think it's basically about how relationships and love in general affect our creativity and the work and our output and everything.
So, since us as artists, or particularly you and I, we strongly rely on our emotions to create our works. And this particular episode will be talking about how heartbreak sharpens it and how vulnerability can enhance it or enhance an artist's voice. Instead of weakening it, and how heartbreak or being in love affects us artists. Not all artists, because there's other artists as well who actually don't rely mostly on their emotions, but they rely on the community around them, surrounding them.
Inspirations on environment, community.
For this particular thing,
us,
this is how we deal with these emotions and how it affects us creatively.
And it's such an interesting it's gonna be an interesting conversation now, because we're both in different stages in our lives now. Sky is currently in a romantic relationship, and she got over a breakup like years ago. Well, meanwhile, I got over a relationship, and now I'm currently at the stage where I'm trying to heal from a breakup, like a heartbreak.
Yeah,
it's gonna be
it's a very it's opposite sides of the spectrum. So I'm going to be talking more about feelings that I get now while I'm in a
bringing
bliss. Like being able to retrieve the spark that I got while you're currently still creating, but in a very dark time. It's you are in a dark time, but you push through it. I've seen you're still trying to push through it, which is what's important. I saw how
through no matter what.
I saw how it made you depressed in the beginning, but you're really working hard to overcome it. And so I guess,
would you want to start from your perspective on how romantic relationships or the love has brought your spark back after being in the dark for the last year?
Because I had a breakup from a long-term relationship, I think 2 years ago. And I just started dating again mid or late last year. I think it was around mid last year. And it was able to make me more inspired, and it got me to feel alive again. And just because of this relationship that I'm currently in, I noticed that I'm being more productive in my creativity. And I've been getting a lot of ideas, a lot of inspiration, and it's really something. It's nice to have that kind of feeling, because prior to this, before I got into this relationship, I was dealing a lot with anxiety, depression, and what happens during a heartbreak, during a breakup. And I wasn't
felt lost.
Yeah, I mean, I'm so amazed by how you are still able to create, because during that time for me, like, I wasn't able to create at all. I guess you could say that I was just living day to day, and I was working on a little bit of commissions and mostly workshops, but those weren't really projects that I was doing personally, or like for exhibits, or major paintings, which is what I'm happier like producing. But it's in my case, when I'm dealing with dark emotions, or like during the breakup, the heavy stuff,
the negative emotions,
I'm not productive. I really am not productive at all. I tend to wallow on my feelings, and it's like it's not a good trait to have, but for me,
you're just human.
I know. But it's it's something that I try to heal from, but it's tough. It's really tough. But I gave myself time. I actually give myself credit on how I healed from that, and like being able to move past that, and being able to trust someone again, and share romantic feelings with, and it's just something that makes me happy. And but it's now I can really see the difference between my works now than the ones
we're doing.
The works that I was doing on like the last couple years of my previous relationship. And after that breakup, because I was creating art but not as much. I could compare those artworks to the current ones that I'm making. I could really see like the difference. I could really see the difference. I mean, sure, maybe because I learned more, but it's just like a different feeling. Even though, still getting like all those thoughts in my head, but it's just different when the nagging thoughts in your head is your voice, compared to your current partner's voice. Because it's like that's one of my experiences before, like the nagging voices, but like the criticism by your then partner. It's
having a toxic partner can also be a factor.
It
can also impact your work.
It can, but let's not talk about that. Let's for now. It's like,
but like how did you like overcome that point in your life when you were going through a breakup and you were able to like create art paghihapon? Like were you able to create like even just a single work during that time, or were you resting, or
I tried to create, actually. Like, I tried to create something, but the thing is, I was not proud of it. It was more of like I had to make it, but my heart wasn't into it, because I was not just going through a breakup. I was also going through closing my art space and my cafe.
It was going through things as well.
So I was experiencing a lot of loss during when was it? 2024, 2025. Like early 2020, the whole 2024 and early 2025. I was experiencing a lot of loss. And it really greatly affected my relationship with my art. I was not inspired. I wanted to create, but I couldn't create.
There's this like this invisible wall that's preventing you to
like I would literally sit down in front of a canvas, would try to conceptualize something, or I have some sketches that I want to paint. Like I couldn't even prepare my palette. Even preparing my palette was like a hardship already for me. It was like, it's like, I'll do it tomorrow. And then the next day I'll just do it tomorrow. And then I just end up scrolling on my phone or reading. So going back to your question, how I coped up with it, I read a lot of books.
Is there a specific genre, like romance books,
yes,
or self-help?
No, I don't really read self-help books, which I know you read a lot. I read a lot of fantasy romance or just romance contemporary.
Yeah.
Those are the kinds of books I read. I listen to a lot of audiobooks with the same genres. It basically made me be able to escape from reality for a while. And at the same time, it helped me be creative again, because they're very, it's
stimulating.
It is. And it's like the kind of, I guess the kind of emotions that I wanted to feel in real life that I wasn't really getting in real life, I would get from those books.
Yeah.
So I tend to get lost in those books. I think I don't know if it's like if it's something to boast or something, but I think I read over 200 books from
that's a lot.
from late 2024 to entire of 2025. So that was like about
your coping mechanism.
It really definitely was.
Given like a crappy partner and everything, and then there's a fictional leading man and everything else.
Which is something that I only started reading again
when you were going through a breakup.
That, and when our relationship started, like when it was about to end, like the last month or last few months of our relationship, that's when I started reading again. And then I just dived in, like after the breakup. I went into a nosedive, and I would read every single day, or listen to an audiobook every single day, or listen to some podcasts. And it's, it was really my major coping mechanism, and it was what actually healed me. But what really healed me completely was, or actually no, it was my friends.
Your support. It's important to have
a good supportive friend group. It doesn't even have to be like a huge friend group. It can be just a chosen few that you trust. And I'm very lucky to have friends I don't even really see every single day or every month, but whenever I need them, or whenever, they're always just there. And during that tough time, they were there for me. Like I would get drunk with them and stuff. I'm so sorry, guys, but it's normal for us. And I cried my eyes out.
And there was a tough time.
You were there. You were there.
That was crazy time.
It was a crazy time. But after that, I started feeling better. And then I started.
When was the time where you decided to like pick up a brush again, or like started to like slowly like engage in like artsy, craftsy things, just to like get the spark back? Was there a time, or
when I started dating?
Oh, that's good. That's good.
So with my current boyfriend, we started dating mid last year, and that's actually, it really coincided very well, because when we started going out, I started doing murals.
I
started doing murals, and I was doing a lot of workshops.
You did a lot of workshops like last year.
A lot of workshops last year. It's just, I'm very happy with it. And then by the end of the year, that's when I did my first and last, I think, painting. I did 2025 last year. I think I did make a small painting in the beginning of the year. I don't. That's the piece that I didn't like. It was the piece that I just had to make just for the sake of it. But the piece that I created December last year was something that I'm very proud of.
Okay, that's good.
And that's when I realized that, okay, I got it again. Like,
the spark is back.
Yeah, the spark is back, and I'm inspired. And also, this podcast was because of that spark, a product of that spark. Although I've had like this thought about creating this for a time now, but it only developed during
the time you got your spark.
That like during the holiday seasons and stuff. That's when I finally realized, like, oh, okay, I have to make this, I have to create this, I have to call Sil, and we have to talk about this.
Agreed. And then here we are.
Let's backtrack.
In short, like having a healthy relationship really has like
a big impact,
like a
positive
effect,
like, especially with me, because I noticed with me, I tend to have the same energy or emotions with the people I surround myself with. So if you're feeling depressed, or you're feeling sad, or you're feeling angry, I tend to feel the same way, especially if I'm very connected with you, if we're very close and stuff like that. I would like have the same feelings that you currently are. I think there's a word for that, but I'm not sure what it is. I don't know, but it's really what happens with me. So if, especially now that I'm currently in a good state, in a happy relationship, and
truly happy relationship.
Yes, it's really satisfying, and it's great. It's like really good for my mental health. And it's like, I don't know, it's feeding my creativity. That's what's really important for me right now, because I miss it. I miss being creative. That's for sure.
One of the perks is that your partner is also an artist, so your partner understands like the process, because like I think one of the issues when it comes to like compatibility with partners is that if you come across partners or potential partners who don't understand how the way you live, because like kita as artists, we have our own like bubble, we have our own times where we would just hibernate, or times that we would be so active and everything, or like most of the people just don't understand like the way we do it. It helps that your partner is also in the creative field,
especially since like with me particularly, I do like spending time with other people, but I drain my social battery so fast. But there are also times when I lock myself inside my apartment. There would be days where I craved outdoors. Like I crave being surrounded with my friends, people I know. But at the same time, I don't like being in a crowd. So that's the thing that I have to balance out. And it's fun to have this, to be in this feeling right now, this certain high.
You're lucky and like blessed.
I am. Yeah. So how about you? So let's go to you for a bit. Let's share how how this particular season you are in has
this phase
it has impacted your artwork, your art. Like maybe you can compare the your artworks from when you were still happy with your partner, your last partner, and but then also compare how the process is during heartbreak.
I mean, I've been through like a lot of heartbreaks and everything, and I guess it's noticeable lang now with the recent heartbreak, because I'm basically in a momentum with art making and exhibitions, and the whole time when I met my ex-partner, and the whole time when we had a relationship, I had a few, like I had my exhibits, like solo shows and everything. So I guess in a way it was inspiring, because even though she wasn't like in the art field or anything, she was like supportive. So it helps to have like a supportive partner who like understands.
Yeah, that's good, because not all of the people who are not the same,
they don't really understand. They couldn't understand. So it helps to have like a partner who understands and everything. So that time I was like proud of my works. Like there were times where I felt like heavy, or because like the imposter syndrome kicks in, which we will talk about in the next episode. So, but yeah, it helps like to have someone who reminds you, like, no, ang galing mo, like everything. Like
you need someone to hype us up.
Yeah, so in a way, at that time, at that phase, like it kept me going somehow, because I also don't want to like, villainize or demonize just because the relationship ended, because there were a lot of and like things that I was thankful for, because
of course,
like it helped me get through a lot of like struggles and challenges in my life, like especially the art scene and everything, and pushing myself to finish works. So like when the unfortunate thing happened late last year, it was such a hard time for me, because like when we broke up, I was in the process of like making my artworks for my solo show late November, and it was such a hard time for me, because I couldn't even like for background purposes, like I make or create my art, like I source it from my emotions and everything. So most of my art, they reflect my experiences and emotions. So going through a tough time, like it was so hard for me to pick up a brush and everything. Like I remember after the breakup, I was crying while painting. This is no joke. This isn't even cliche. I was crying while painting everything. Like every 5 minutes I would break down. It was probably the most painful breakup I had.
Yeah.
Because it was unexpected. And then at that time, I didn't even, I don't even know how I did it, because I had a lot of deadlines at that time. Like I was going through a breakup, but at the same time, I still kept pushing myself to create. I did my best to not affect the breakup not let the breakup affect my output, because I need to step up and
you were being professional.
Yeah, being professional and everything, and showing up for my art at that time. Because as much as I want to back out and say I'm gonna cancel this show, I couldn't, because
you committed.
I had commitments. I needed to be professional, and at the same time, it would be unfair for my art if I didn't show up for myself and for my art. And I really, really wanted to do that show, because that show was held in a gallery
that you wanted to exhibit in.
Yeah, it was one of my dream galleries, so I didn't want to miss that opportunity.
Yeah.
And so
it was probably such a huge mix of emotions. You were proud of yourself for accomplishing that crazy thing, and then but you were going through this emotional
such a hard time. And then
I wanted to celebrate, but you couldn't because you were grieving.
I was grieving, and the thing is, my theme for the exhibition, for my last solo exhibition, it's sort of I know it's not sort of it really related to the breakup and everything, because before the breakup happened, there were weeks or probably a month of it was starting to get rocky and everything. And as I was
paying premonition already.
Yeah, it was weird. Foreshadowing.
Yeah,
and then it somehow, like, I was making these pieces related to ego death and letting go and like erasing your identity and everything, and like erasing every single like hurtful experience that I had. So it somehow helped. It was painful, but it helped me in such a way now. Oh, maybe this exhibit really needed to happen because it coincided with like what I'm experiencing, and then I needed to let go at that time.
To grow.
Like break free and everything. So after the breakup, I had to like ship out 2 pieces pa, and then it was painful because my ex partner was living currently living in Metro Manila, and that was where my exhibition was held. So I was thinking
that was tough.
Yeah, it was tough, and like going back to the same place, and like even like you arriving at the
you can't help but remember those previous shared moments with them. And then now it's like you're doing this all alone.
And everything. Like I had to do it alone again in the city where everything seems familiar and everything.
Yeah.
So I had to do preparations for the exhibition alone. I mean, with the help of the gallery staff, of course, but the rest I had to do it alone. I had to travel alone, and like
you were used to her being
I was used
for
to
like the previous shows.
Yeah, my ex-partner being there to help me, and then I had to do it alone, and then
that's a very it's like a weird transition because I was there in that situation as well, and it's like having that thing that you're like expecting for your your current partner to be there supporting you, helping you, and then suddenly it just stops, and then you're all alone, and then you're doing everything alone.
And I had no choice but to like push through and show up for not just my art but for everyone there, for the gallery. I had to be professional even though I was grieving. I was going through a lot of things, and then because deep inside, I really, really wanted this show to happen. And
it did. Congrats.
It did.
Sold out?
Nagbunga rapon ang like the pain and everything. It was still like mixed emotions because I was grieving, but at the same time,
you were proud of yourself. Like what you accomplished.
The show was successful. Like it delivered the message that I really wanted the audience to like see or be informed with. And then a lot of the people who were there sa opening sa show were telling me ang bigat or anything, like mabigat siya and everything, which I told them na great. It's great that you felt that way because like the artworks, they captured the emotions really well. And I was able to deliver the message really well, even though it hurt because I was probably capitalizing on my emotions. I mean, I was going through a breakup, so might as well just capitalize.
That's one way of being able to be productive still while having that kind of emotional depth. Like I can't, like, I don't know how to be like that. I don't know how to deal with that.
There's just like a certain
maybe
strength or like I don't know where I got it from. Like
maybe it was the difference here is because you were working with other professionals, other like a gallery. But when I was going through that, I was just working for me. I was exhibiting in my gallery. And I could just like tell myself, you don't have to do it. If not, no one would be like telling me that you have to do it because you committed. Right?
And like on my side, there was this like pressure to like not let people down, to maintain your professionalism and everything despite like what other people would like, despite what you're going through, because like, you know, I also didn't really like, I did not want to like let myself down because I have come a long way, and I didn't want like a single breakup to take like ruin everything.
Yeah.
Everything that I prepared for the last couple of months.
It's like very strong of you.
I had no choice. I'm kidding. So it played well in a sense na the emotions were well received at that time, and it was a sold out show. So super thankful to everyone who helped.
Yeah.
And then the emotions were portrayed well on the canvas. So I guess that's one of the reasons why parang I sourced all the heartbreak and the emotions and placed it on the canvas and everything. So despite like the grieving things or anything, so I really sourced that energy and placed it there. Canvas.
Yeah.
That's how I cope with the breakup, and that's how the breakup or the heartbreak affected me in such a way.
Like I think for me personally, that's like your best solo so far. That show.
Thanks.
The best solo.
It was the most painful.
Like I didn't even know you were when I saw your words. I didn't know you were going through a breakup. You were, I mean, your posts were a little heartbreaking, but since we weren't really,
I was busy.
You were busy. We weren't really keeping up with each other for a while. Yeah, and you were, I think, trying to be not in socials a lot.
Yeah, I deactivated.
Yeah, you deactivated. So each time you posted, and then you'd be like posting something sad. Like, wait, did they break up? Is she going? No, it's like can't be. And
sorry,
guys. Then when I was seeing your works, like, oh, these look so amazing. The concepts, like, like really good, and I really like it. And then when I found out about what happened, I was like,
it made sense.
Oh, wait. Yeah. It's like, no wonder I was feeling this when I was seeing your works. Like, okay, it makes sense. Perfect sense now. And so, yeah, you're right. Like, the artworks really came out the way you wanted it.
Yeah, they delivered the message and everything. And also, it somehow validated my experience, like what I was feeling, like when sometimes ako pag like when things start to get overwhelming sa mind or anything, it helps if I write it on a journal or if I write it on like a piece of paper, and if I write whatever I'm feeling, and somehow these help me validate like these experiences, what I'm feeling is like real. So somehow the exhibit also helped me validate those feelings. Now, okay, so what I was feeling, what the grief that I was feeling at the time was like valid and everything. So it really helped me, with the show and maintaining. Like I was on autopilot, by the way.
For sure. I mean, I was on autopilot for a year, and I hardly went out. I hardly socialized.
Maybe like it really affects you.
Yeah. That's why I'm like so amazed. Like I keep saying, I'm so amazed and proud of you for accomplishing that, because like right now I can't see myself do the same thing.
It's not for everyone.
Yeah, and it's like, I mean, I went through it, and what I did was
you shut
opposite. I shut down.
Hibernated. You took a break.
Yeah, I took a very long break, but I think I really needed that.
Yeah,
just so I could come out of it stronger.
Yeah, but after I did the show, I promised myself that I would take a break. So I did it for the holidays for December. Like I didn't pick up a brush for 2 months.
You picked up the paddleboard instead.
I picked up a paddle because I was doing other things, doing side quests during the hibernation after the show, because that show was like
intense.
It was so intense. It was emotionally draining and everything. And I told myself after that show that I really need to crash out and just let myself feel everything at the same time. So,
which is very important.
Yeah. So the break, like I took a break for like a month, or like a month and a couple of weeks siguro. to like recover and just to let it feel like to let myself feel everything, and also to like do other side quests aside from art. So like doing other things like sports really helped with coping.
Yeah.
So, but like taking a break is necessary, especially if you're going through those things.
Yeah.
Really helps.
Yeah. No, also knowing when enough is enough.
Yep.
Like you should be taking a break longer than necessary.
Yeah.
Like you have to know when to start creating again. But
yeah, for some would take years of art blocks. Some would.
I mean, I experienced a 4-year art block.
Yeah,
that was tough. And what made me go back was probably just being exposed to the art community again. Yeah.
So it was a tough time.
A tough time for us.
Yeah.
But
that's
you're doing better now. That's what's important. You're doing a lot better.
It helps if you go to therapy, guys.
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah, I'm trying to like, trying to pick up the pace again and like slowly doing art again. Cause like I also have deadlines this year, but it's gonna be a different, it's gonna be different in a way na, a part of, there was someone who was a part of me before when I was doing art, and then it like due to unfortunate circumstances that someone was removed.
Yeah.
Or she removed herself.
Yeah.
So that part of me was gone na. So I'm like trying to navigate again through life and like managing stuff on my own back again, because I did this before, like before I met her.
Yeah,
I was doing art. So
you were.
It helps if you also actively want to heal and to go back to yourself again.
Yeah, that just shows your growth. That just shows how professional and how strong you are. So it's like I don't, like you mentioned earlier, it's not for everybody.
It's not.
We cope with heartbreak and emotional stress or drama differently.
Yeah,
I cope differently from how you cope. And we're not saying that your coping was the right thing, my coping was the right thing. It's like we have to listen to ourselves and like our minds and our bodies know what we need to heal. So we need to listen to that as well, as long as it's not harmful for us. Right? So
there's certain levels to it.
Yeah, there is. And I'm just glad that we're still creating.
Yeah, I'm still here. I'm still in one piece and not trying to like.
The heart is probably in a million broken pieces, but you're slowly piecing it back together. You're slowly putting glue back. So.
Because like I always think that my first, as cliche as it sounds, my first love will always be art. So when everything's like gone, when the love is, the love for someone is gone, it's important for me to like go back to what I love doing, which is like art. And the art for us, somehow it helps us to like express our emotions, our feelings, and everything. So it doesn't matter if you're creating art because you're inspired, or if you're creating art because you're going through a tough time, like going to a breakup, like just do what you want, or just do what you can, and like
but at the same time it's going to be different depending on where you are in life.
Yes.
If you are a professional artist and if you are working with a gallery, you have to leave all of those emotions and
that's what I did.
Keep it aside, leave it at home, then you still have to show up. Right? And it's like you have to know when to continue working. But like with what you did, after you accomplished that, you took a rest.
Like
which is, I can't stress enough how important it is.
Rest is. For me, I'm not in a certain level as a career na I'm privileged enough to like rest for a year.
Yeah.
Because I can't. Because undeniably, there are bills to pay and everything. And the world, the world doesn't stop for anyone. So the world will keep spinning. So for me, like the rest was necessary, but I really needed to like pick up where I left off and like start new or something. So go back to art again. Go back to yourself.
Yeah, definitely. So yeah,
I guess
it's tough to be in that situation. I think everybody's gone through that, and
most of us.
Yeah, most of us have gone through that, and probably is going through that right
now. If you're going through a tough time, this one's for you.
And I mean, if you're also in a healthy, loving relationship, this is also for you.
Yep.
It's just, it's something that, like I said, is something everybody experiences, and we just wanted to share a little bit of how it affected us with our creativity, with our artworks, with our professional careers, artist careers.
Yeah, and either way, it's helping us. Yeah, like art helps us. If you're going through a healthy relationship or going through a heartbreak, either way, like art is always there.
Yeah, art is always there for us. We just have to always remember that we should also be there.
To show up.
To show
up for your art.
To keep showing up, even when it's hard.
Yeah.
But to just show up. It doesn't have to be like a masterpiece. It can just be, just small things.
Random scribble.
Like that, or cleaning up your studio. Yeah. Or just being, reading articles, looking at artists, going to galleries. Those are processes that you can get inspiration from.
So maybe you want to develop new hobbies related to art, like aside from painting, you can do photography,
sculpture, terracotta, or pottery. There's a lot. There's the crochet,
like a lot of things.
So we just have to remember to, as being artists, we have to keep creating.
Yeah,
keep going,
showing up for your art,
showing up for yourself.
Times are tough because but breaks are still important, of course.
But which we will be talking about in future episodes on how we integrate resting into our daily life, or as artists. So so that's it. If you have questions again, we'll probably, by this time, we're going to be posting polls or something on our Instagram page, which is Small City Creative Lives, in Instagram, and our Facebook page. So follow. Thank you so much for listening, everybody.
I hope it somehow helped you guys.
Yeah, and happy Valentine's Day again, whether you're celebrating or just
doing things alone. Celebrate it with your pet.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for letting us be part of this day. Yeah. So have a great evening, everyone. This is Sky.
And this is Sil.
Bye.
Bye.
A final thank you to our sponsors, Pinspired Art Souvenirs and Pinspired Art Gallery, for supporting this episode of Small City Creative Lives. We appreciate you being part of this season.